Hello, Sam from Sound on Sound here. I'm at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California. And with me now is Blake from Yamaha. Welcome, Blake.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
So
How are
I got
you?
this here. I don't have to go there. I'm awesome. Thank you.
I think you were awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
I also think this is awesome. This is your
totally
new stage piano. Tell us about this.
So this is the CP88. We also have a CP73. They're identical internally, so there's nothing. The difference is the action. The action here is a 73 note E to E action that has balanced hammer action. So it's similar to our Montage feel. It weighs 28 pounds, whatever that is in kilograms, I don't know, but anyway, 28 pounds is light, very lightweight. So we kind of think of this as for the keyboardist. This here is the CP88. This is 41 pounds. The difference with this one is that this has a graded hammer, natural wood action with synthetic ebony and ivory key tops, and then it has what's called a GH3 sensor that allows you to restrike the note before it comes off the bottom. But other than that, they are identical internally.
So to keyboardists of a certain age, the letters C and P automatically conjure up visions of the old CP17, CP18.
Which is interesting because we have one over there.
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
And that's why we put it.
You've chosen to revive that name on this range.
Yes, it's definitely part of the CP, which I believe is contemporary piano, is what that stood for, but or stands for even today. But and because the reason why we have the CP80 over there is because that's the vibe of this instrument. It's a one-to-one interface. So in the same way that on things like a Rhodes or a CP80, you have some controls, and those are the controls you have, and you know what they do, and that's part of the whole thing. With this instrument, you basically have a one-to-one interface. So starting from here over to here, every knob only does one thing. There's menu diving is at a 0 on this instrument when you're operating it. So you have a piano section, an electric piano section, and a subcategory section, and then a master effects section. Over here I have a live set where I can recall these panel settings very quickly, but other than that, you really have this cool one-to-one interface, and that's the key. It keeps you in the music and not having to do menu dives to do some cool things when you're playing live.
So any player's just going to be able to dive in and get their hands on it straight away?
It's pretty easy, because if you just look at it, it takes about 3 minutes to kind of get an idea of where things are at. It has these cool switches that turn on each section. So it's very similar to like our Reface CP line. It has that same kind of one-to-one vibe to it and the same kind of sort of design cues, but you turn on a section like this one, and I have a piano, right? And then I have things in this section are gonna be the same in each section. Left, right split, octave, volume and tone controls in the switch. Over here, there's effects that we've kind of decided that are cool for this section. So damper pedal resonance, for example. You might want a compressor or a chorus on your piano. In the electric piano section, you have 2 insertion effects that are very much like stomp boxes. So the top one would be wah effects and pan effects. The bottom one would be our virtual circuitry modeling effects, phaser, chorus, and flanger. And then in the subcategory section where you have things like pads and strings that you can layer on, we have a little envelope control, attack and release, and then it also has a rotary speaker because there's organs in this section here, and a tremolo. The cool thing is that I can move things from one section to another if I wanted to. So if I wanted to take something like this U1 piano here, that's in the upright piano category, and I wanted to run it through the electric piano effects, there's a way to do that called advanced mode, where I could turn on and any sound appears in any category. So that's kind of a quick overview of kind of the system here.
Wow, well that looks very cool. So what sort of availability time frame are we looking at?
We're thinking around the mid-March time frame is when they will ship, and we're announcing them. We announced them actually a week ago on January 15th.
And do you know what the pricing will be yet?
$24.99 for the 88-note version, $19.99 for the 76-note version.
Well, thank you, Blake. That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And as I'm a rubbish keyboard player, I'm hoping that you might give us a bit of a demo.
Sure. Well, I'll start here with just this U1, and then I'll go back to the grand pianos. But this U1 has kind of become sort of this iconic sound that people are like, wow, that's amazing. And the reason why is because it's a played-in U1. It sounds like it's been sitting in a studio for a couple of months, like you'd expect, and it kind of gets in your body quite a bit. But I'll play some of the grand pianos as well, so let me move back a bit here. You can really hear it. It's just a little, not perfectly tuned, but I love this sound. Okay, now I'll go back to just the amazing grand pianos. Now you notice when I switched there, it didn't cut off the sound. So this thing, boy, it's seamless sound switching everywhere on here. So you can play a sound, let it hang over, and then change sounds for dramatic effect or whatever. But I'll play some of the grand pianos here. Here's the CFX. Okay, now I'll switch to another piano. This is a Bosendorfer Imperial 290, 8-octave C to C range, so it has an extra octave basically in the low end, but it has a different resonance. So the CFX down here, very direct, pure tone, right? This one's more resonant. Then the last sound I'll play is a C7. Now the C7 doesn't ship with the instrument, but we have this kind of cool thing that we're doing that we call CPOS. And what CPOS is, every 6 months or so, we'll release an OS update that adds new sounds. And so we release it here at NAMM with version 1.1, which adds this C7, 7-foot 6-inch soundboard. This is probably the most recorded piano in history, I would think. We also have a new Whirly and a new 67 Silvertop Rhodes that is a backline instrument here in LA that is absolutely vintage, completely restored. So when somebody wants a really vintage Rhodes, they go to that place to get it for TV shows and stuff. It's a super cool one. So first I'll play the C7. So the thing I love about the C7 is that it has this amazing dynamicism. But then when you hit it hard, it's got this pop and like gospel kind of edge to it. Really great piano with that C7. So that's some of the acoustic pianos. Here's the electric piano. So you notice how fast that happens. I just turn it on and I see it right in front of me. Volume, tone, and drive. I'll take the drive circuit off first. Now I'll turn on the drive, and just turn it on without turning it up, it adds a preamp drive to it. As opposed to off, on. And if I want more drive, hit the octave there. So to engage effects, it's just simply turning it on just like this. Speed control and depth control here. And then up here I have touch wah, pedal wah, so the wah effects are up here, but you also have a tremolo effect right here. And I'll actually move on to a whirly sound. Let's drive. That's the whole point of this instrument. It's a one-to-one interface. It's fast. You change it and it changes, and it seems like every one of the things that I have in front of me are dramatic and musical cool changes. So I have that kind of in there as well. I'll play one of them that's added in the new OS version. This is called WR Wide. So really cool. I just love that aspect of this. Now I'm going to kind of move on to sort of what I love to show here is how these master effects work. So I have a live set, and again, that's what this area is for here. It's for bringing up, things that I've already set up. So what I want to do here is turn on the delay. Now you notice you have these buttons here, piano, electric, piano, sub, and then all of them on. So you'll notice that the feedback and time for the delay is all the way up, but the depth on the piano is totally down. But if I touch the other ones, electric piano, it's all the way up. So you have individual send lines per part. I have this loop going here. Turn on the piano. kind of glitchy things like that. And the thing that's cool is I can switch to another sound and it doesn't cut off. I just love this instrument. It's exactly what I want in a stage piano with that one-to-one interface. It's fast, it's musical, the sounds are amazing, it feels good, and the design is hip too. The last thing I'll point out is you have XLR and quarter-inch outs that are both active at the same time, so the XLR outs go to the mixer without the need of a direct box. Stereo outs can be your personal monitor system. There's a USB audio and MIDI interface, so you can take this to the gig and use VSTs or audio units without the use of a external audio interface, and it goes out thing, you can control that. So it's a really cool modern stage piano. Aluminum design or aluminium design, that's for you. And a great price. It's really, really awesome.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blake. Really
Thank
appreciate
you so
that.
much. Yeah, absolutely.